Yo, guys. Welcome back to Game Week 4 FPL, to the FPL Den and a Game Week 4 review. Pretty excited. I'm going to call this the Cristiano Ronaldo Game Week review for obvious reasons. We want to take you through all our teams, our initial, thoughts, reactions, what we're planning to do in the future in terms of are we playing a wild card? Are we going to make transfers? Are we planning to get Ronaldo in? Are we not planning to do that? Initial captains, who are we thinking at the moment? So let's dig into the first team. That's Karan's team. And why don't you take us through your team?
Sure. Um, I really contemplated playing my wildcard this game week, and I think if I had done that, I would have had a much better game week. I'm not disappointed with this game week, but just the fact that knowing that I was so close to playing my wildcard and probably racking up about 80 odd points makes me feel a little odd, but that's okay. Let's go straight into the team then. We'll start from the back because my defense did considerably well this game week. They actually got the most amount of points. We have Sanchez, who kept a clean sheet, gave 6 points. Shaw, who gave an assist for a brilliant goal by Ronaldo. Trent, again proving his mettle, showing what he's all about, and why he's a buy and keep asset. You can't remove him from your team once you have him. It just makes no sense, no matter what the price point. Regulion, they got battered in the last 15 minutes somehow. Overall, he did have a good game. He made some important blocks, but I'm contemplating whether or not to have him in my team for the next game week. Rudiger, again, a solid performance by Chelsea. Jota, I really expected more from him considering Firmino was missing and that he has a better record. That like the stats show that he has a better record when Salah plays without Firmino, but that didn't come into fruition either. Bruno Fernandes with a fucking brilliant goal. What a goal that was, man! Like wow. Benrahma had an average game. I didn't really watch the game, so I'm not gonna comment on it. Antonio with a red card. Wow, that changes a lot of things, a lot of transfer decisions. And Tony, well, it's time. Maybe it's time to move him on now. And just a heads up for all you guys, I actually got pretty drunk and played my wild card and made about 5-6 transfers. But we'll talk about that after I hear Kesar and Rohit's thoughts on the team.
I'll go first. 56 points is not really bad. You're above the 52 average point
Threshold, yeah.
Threshold at the moment. Obviously, captaincy choice. When you have Salah, Bruno, you've decided to go with the Jota. So I think, too adventurous, I would say.
Yeah, man, I tried to go with a differential this game week and the last game week, and it hasn't paid off. I think I'm just gonna stick to my guns and go for the obvious choices because no matter what, they will rack up the points, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Other than that, I think you're probably right. Region, I said this last game week, they are shipping a lot of chances and it caught up to them. Benrahma, I actually saw the game, pretty concerned for his minutes. He's only played 63. Maybe he's only played 63 because of the Europa involvement that's going to start for them. But it was just an off game for West Ham, so I wouldn't really read a lot into it.
Right.
So I think maybe a couple of things is you anyways played your wild card, like you
I
said, so
did.
you don't have to worry about who you had. Yeah, so all those transfer plans.
Yeah.
Got along.
Yeah, they've already been made. Do you want to listen to my team after I played the wild card? I'll just tell you the changes that I made actually.
Let's do that after we've gone through everyone's team.
Done. Sounds good. Okay, but if I hadn't played my wild card, what changes do you think you would make to this team?
Well, personally, I feel West Ham have been overperforming, and until Antonio was there, was still a safe bet. But I feel now you need to get Benrahma out. Tony definitely needs to go now because we gave him a lot of time, and Brentford have been playing very defensive. So he's not giving any attacking returns. And regularly, on like Kesar said, they've been shipping a lot of attempts, so finally that has caught up to them. And I feel next week Chelsea is going to be a tough fixture for them.
Fair.
Other than that, your other players look really good.
Yeah, so next game week, I'd probably just switch Rudiger for Rafinha. Rafinha comes off the bench, Rudiger goes right on. But wait, let me just confirm: are Chelsea playing Tottenham next game week or City? Because
Tottenham.
if they're playing Tottenham, I'm playing Rudiger. I don't care.
Yeah.
Rudiger doesn't matter who they're playing, you play him. You actually, even if you weren't playing your wild card, I don't think you actually required it. You could have played Rafinha or Antonio, and you could have got rid of, maybe taken a -4, got rid of Benrahma and Tony, and shifted that money into Attaco.
100%.
Or you got a Jota or someone, like, or you already have a Jota or a Greenwood or someone. Yeah.
I completely agree, but wrong decisions, yeah, it's okay. I got excited. I saw Ronnie score. I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I should have gotten him in last week. I'm not going to make that mistake anymore. I'm going to get him in now. And maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't. We'll see in the next game week. But I agree with what Pathare said. Tony, Antonio, Benrahma, Reguilon, those were the 4 people I was actually focusing on getting rid of. I did that. I'll tell you all who I got later. But apart from that, yeah, this team did look alright. Did not need to play my wild card. I get it now, but I don't regret it anymore, because what's the point? So moving on, let's move on to Kesar's team. Kesar?
I mean, there's only one place to begin, the captaincy choice. Oh my god, what was I thinking? I had Salah as my captain for 2 game weeks. That period where we didn't have any game, like for 2 weeks, I should say. And then last second, literally 1 minute before, I was like, fuck it, Leeds might be tough. I support Liverpool, which is why I think I'm always thinking negative. Like, I'm very pessimistic about them, their chances. And I was like, Antonio's in good form. Of course, he can score again. But I think these kind of things happen in FPL over a course of a season. It's going to happen to everyone. So other than Antonio, I have DCL in my team, who's yet to play. So if he can score maybe a couple of goals, one or maybe like sort of even 1 goal, I'll be above. I'm already very close to the average, which is 52. I have 51 points right now. So everything for me this game week depends on DCL's performance. I actually got him in instead of I forgot also. Inks, yes. I obviously didn't take a -4 for Ronaldo. So maybe that was a good decision. Let's see DCL's performance.
I hope he doesn't score, man. I really hope. I hope he blanks.
In the midfield, I've got Salah. Obviously, he scored. That's what he does. Bruno looked really good. So Bruno is looking pretty good. I wouldn't be very concerned about not like picking him out immediately for Ronaldo or that. Greenwood again, very consistent with the points, doing well. I think United's looking really strong in attack, so you probably should have at least 2. I think it's impossible to have 3 anyway, so 2 is good. Greenwood, pretty good option. And he's definitely there to stay till Rashford comes back. So pretty happy to hold him as well. In defense,
Go on.
In defense, again, Trent. There's nothing to really say there. Did well. Shaw. I think if I was playing my wildcard, I would probably get rid of Shaw. He's not giving clean sheets. One like an assist here and there. Obviously, he's still giving that. But then for 5.5, I think I can get much better players. And Dyer got injured. There's not much to say. And Ben White. Everyone told me not to play Ben White. I had him since the first game week where I made my team, like the actual official team. And this is the only fixture I got him in for technically, like starting from now. So I'm pretty happy with that call. Keeper Sanchez, so not much to say. So I think I've already made my transfers. I needed to get Rafinha because the fixture swing is really good. I've removed Bruno and I've removed Tony. I've taken a -4. I don't really want to use my wild card because I really think it's important to hold your wild card for later when a lot of teams together have a fixture swing. So maybe in 7 game week or in 14 game week. So if I can hold it till 14, that'll be the best. Since I've gotten Ronaldo and Rafinha, and I still have point two in the bank. Yeah, everything, like I said, now depends on ACL. And I probably would have done much better if I'd sort of just captained Salah. So I'm not extremely unhappy with my team. It's okay. It happens. Captaincy gets fucked up sometimes.
Do you think both of us have had a reactionary call and made a few transfers here and there, or would you still be making these transfers regardless of the outcome of Game Week 3?
No, I think the issue is it is a little bit obviously a reaction to the hype of Ronaldo, but I've got him in because and so early is only because I wanted because Ronaldo's price is going to increase.
Fair.
So and and I mean Tony anyways I think he's fallen in price. I hope maybe he'll fall again. Who knows?
Yeah.
And a lot of people already played their wild cards. Whoever didn't, I know a lot of people will now play their wild card because now they know, okay, Ronaldo is the real deal.
Yeah.
So again, Tony will get out of a lot of people's team, so his price can fall further. And if I'm anyways planning to get Ronaldo in, sort of what it does, it saves me a transfer in the future when I want to get Lukaku.
Fair.
It's an easy move from Ronaldo to Lukaku. So I've not got Ronaldo for Ronaldo. I've got Ronaldo because he's a placeholder.
Fair. Because I remember last week you were like, Ronaldo, कुछ भी हो जाए, Ronaldo को तो मैं नहीं लाऊंगा. And now, how the
that's true.
turntables.
In fact, I'll tell you why. The reason I've got Ronaldo is because I've seen and I've been impressed by the performances of Lukaku. That makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Good placeholder for sure. You can switch down to Lukaku whenever you want, and like you said, the fixtures turn in game week 7 for Lukaku. So why not? Definitely, it makes sense. As much as it doesn't, it does. But other than that, do you plan on making any other transfers? So Antonio is going to be on your bench, I'm assuming.
I think he's still a pretty good asset to hold on to, especially if you've got him from the first game week. He's increased so much in price. If you get rid of him now, it's very difficult to find that 0.3, 0.4 million later as you go on into the season if you want to get him back.
Fair. So I've been talking about Pogba for the last 2-3 game weeks now, and I've been a supporter of his, and I think that maybe now is a good time to consider him as your second or third United asset. Over Greenwood, I would suggest taking Pogba is because Greenwood may or may not start all games, whereas Pogba is pretty much fixed in that starting 11. And with 7 assists, I think that the numbers are just going to grow. And if you don't catch him now, his price might rise to a price where you won't be able to get him in maybe, or you'll have to take a -4 or a hit and get rid of one good player to get Pogba in. What do you think, Rohit?
I think with both. Yeah, go for it, Rohit.
My concern with Pogba is उसका 2 season का कोटा हो गया. So at what point does he start dropping his numbers? Like, I hope he doesn't, but that is a major concern for Pogba. But other than that, yeah, he does look like a nailed asset this season. He looks like he wants to play, and definitely with Ronaldo incoming, he's going to step up his game.
Definitely. Go ahead, Kesar, you were saying something.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of just going to move away from Pogba and say that a lot of our teams have Benrahma. He's actually my next main concern.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Towards maybe a defender or an attacker.
Yeah, I get that, but the fact that he's risen to 6.5 now, you sell him at 6.2. If he starts performing, you buy him again at 6.5.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's wise to hold on to him for a couple of game weeks, see how he's doing, how many minutes he's getting on the pitch, and then probably make a decision? Or if you've played your wild card, for example, or if you are planning to transfer someone out and you have Benrahma in your team, would you consider taking Benrahma out this week?
If I was playing the wild card, I would get him out.
Okay.
I think the best is behind us.
So keeping in mind the price difference for selling and getting him again, you'd still ship him out?
Yeah, I would, because I think, like we always say on this channel, FPL is not about who scored the highest points in the last game weeks. It's about who's going to give you the most points in the coming game weeks. And
Fair.
I personally am going to put my money on Ben Rama for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, agreed. I think Ben Rama's potential is dropping at the moment, even though West Ham have good fixtures. And also, isn't Antonio a major concern? I feel since he's not going to be playing this game week, he's going to perform in the Europa League fixture. And that could probably add strain to him because we know how weak his legs are.
Yeah, fair. Makes
not,
sense.
Not weak enough to tackle and take a second yellow.
Other than that, this team looks solid. Maybe Ben. Actually, no, it doesn't. You have Eric Dyer and Ben White, boy. What are you doing? So, is there any plan to sort that defense out?
So yeah, the plan is to not make any transfer the week after. I mean, I've already made transfers this week. I'm planning to play Ben White again. And I have a good midfield and attack anyway. So the plan is to move Ben Rama out and shift that money for a Chelsea defender later.
Got it. So, just for game week 5, your defense would look like Trent, Shaw, Ben White, and say Livramento, because you're playing a 4-4-2 next game week, is what I understand.
No, I'm playing a 3-5-2. I'll play Shaw, Trent, White.
Okay.
Play Salah, Ben Rama, Greenwood,
Rafinha, and
Brownhill. Yeah, I'll play Brownhill and I'll play DCL and Ronaldo.
Okay. Fair.
It's okay. I mean, the thing is, this is all to save my wild card. I really want to hold on to it, even if I have to take a few hits until game week 7 or 14 or whatever.
Looking
maybe
at the
minus it won't make much of a difference in when you see the long.
Yeah, looking at the bigger picture, maybe that'll just pay off.
Yeah.
Okay, other than that, I think we've discussed everything that needs to be discussed with regards to this team. Moving on to Rohit's team. His captain is still left to play. His team's done considerably well. What are your initial thoughts, Rohit?
Yeah, so I feel like 57 points is decent since the past 3 game weeks. All of us have been getting a lot of points, and I feel even if this game week around 60 points is doable. You win some, you lose some. My defense did really well. All of them returned 5+ points, 5 or 5+. Shaw got 5. Other than that, Ben White, I feel like whoever has them should really hold on to or should look into getting, because Arsenal have really good fixtures coming up, easy fixtures. And maybe not so much in attack, but I feel now that Ben White's there defensively, they'll be sound. We got Fernandes and Salah who scored goals. So I'm not concerned about Fernandes, and I'm actually going to hold on to him because I think my reason to, if I got Ronaldo right now, would be because of his price rise mainly. But I feel that so many people are using wild cards, and the wild card doesn't trigger a price rise. So I doubt if he's going to rise this week, or maybe if he does just by 0.1, and eventually people are going to sell him for Lukaku. So he might drop by 0.1 again that time. And plus Bruno has looked really... Yep. Bruno has looked really good in the game week. He looked really attacking despite Ronaldo playing. Only concern for Bruno was that he was taking most of his shots from outside the box. But that could be because Newcastle played a 5-back and they weren't really allowing anyone to get in. Ben Rama is a concern for me. He didn't play really well. I don't know. I didn't see the game, but 3 points is not good. So eventually I will ship him out. Greenwood has looked really hardworking, and I feel United's players kind of expected a lot more from him than he could do, which is why he was unable to return as much as he does. Antonio, I mean, sorry Kesar, but only thing worse than -1 is -2 from Antonio.
Yeah, both of you all switched ships in the last minute. I think Kesar went from Salah to Antonio, and you went from Antonio to DCL. You made the better choice, clearly. So far, at least. We'll see what happens tonight.
So
Uh,
my DCL choice was mainly because I posted something on Twitter that said that Burnley have conceded some 40 odd shots in the box, and DCL has had 11 shots in the box. So I feel if anyone's going to score against Burnley, it's going to be him. Plus his game was on Tuesday, so I'm like pretty sure he's going to be fit. He also posted, like, Everton posted some training pictures, so hopefully he gives me some points and my rank can go back to what it was. But
fair.
like I performed above average, so it's decent.
Yeah. I think the only thing I see in your team and like the reason for like at least me getting Ronaldo was, and it applies to your team, which is why I'm talking about it. With premiums, the thing is, if you get someone for 12 and a half, especially Ronaldo, around the world, regardless of what fixture it is, a lot of people are going to captain him. And you want to at least get half the points of a player who you've not captained or everyone else is captained, right? Otherwise, any particular game in the next three where Ronaldo scores and Bruno doesn't, it could have easily been this game as well. So, like, you are definitely going to see a big red arrow in your ranking. And like from the way I see your team, I'm assuming now you're only going to captain Salah for next 2-3.
So like I definitely understand your concern, but I feel like I'm going to basically collect transfers to get in Lukaku by game week 7. I'm going to get 2 transfers by then, so I can ship that. But other than that, till then, I'm going to get players in which I can transfer, in which I can captain fixtures. Like Norwich and Newcastle, they have shipped out the most goals. They're giving out the most attempts. So I'm going to try to get in players who are good at attack and who are playing them in the next couple of game weeks, and get captain them. It's a sort of a differential, but since you know that these teams are bound to lapse defensively, so these guys will at least give like a goal or an assist, I feel. And
yeah, no, that makes sense. It's a very good strategy. Yeah, pretty good strategy. Quite impressive.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of that because my laptop would have died otherwise. But yeah, if Kesar agrees, then I agree. I think.
so
Yeah.
What I basically said was I'm not getting Ronaldo, but my counter strategy to that is I'm going to target fixtures, and I'm going to get players who are playing against lower teams like Norwich and Newcastle, who are bound
And
to
Arsenal.
ship goals.
And Arsenal.
Arsenal's defensively good, man. Like, I mean, they've had a bad start.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, from what I see, I'm assuming you are going to ship Antonio out this week.
Yeah, I'm going to ship out Antonio. So I was confused between two major choices, which was Dennis and Bamford. But I picked Bamford because it was like I had the budget, and Bamford has good fixtures until game week 10. So I can save a lot of transfers because of that move, and I can use my wildcard pretty much later.
So you've gone for Bamford over Rafinha.
If I had to take Rafinha, Rafinha was my original choice, but then I would have to get a -4, and then it would be the same thing like getting Ronaldo or something. And I didn't want to take a -4, which is why I just went for one transfer.
Fair. I mean, if you had the budget, you could probably shifted Greenwood for Rafinha and saved that money. Maybe invested that later in, say, a Lukaku when you ship Antonio out. But okay, if you say Bamford.
No, see, so for that, basically, none of these players, Greenwood, Benrahma, none of them are expecting a price drop at the moment. I had to ship out Antonio because he dropped in price last night, so I made the move last night.
Is it? No, I think Bamford's a better asset overall than Rafinha for sure. But then the thing is, the price drop wouldn't have affected you because you got Antonio since game week 1, and
Exactly.
He's at 8.
No, I didn't. I didn't have Antonio since game week 1. I actually bought him when he went up by 0.1, so I would lose that.
Fair enough. Then yeah. Do you want to take us your wild card sort of initial?
Sure. So I obviously got Ronaldo.
Want to go back to your team so that we can see the original as well?
Let's do that. Cool. So I removed Regulion for Marsal from Wolves. I got who else did I get? I got Sar in place of Bruno. I got Ronaldo in place of Antonio, and I got Jimenez in place of. I basically revamped my front line. I got Ronaldo, Jimenez, and Dennis instead of Tony, some 4.5 mil striker, and Antonio. So those are the three major changes. Then there is Sar, who came in for Bruno, and Marsal, who came in for Regulion. And Rudiger was then since the previous game week. So yeah, that's about it.
You not have how much money do you have in the bank? Nothing.
1 mil.
What are you sitting on 1 mil for?
I'm thinking on whether I should ship Benrahma out and then upgrade Sar to maybe a 7.5 mil midfielder, maybe say a Mason Mount, but I'm holding on to that for say game week 6 maybe. So let's see.
So you played your wild card and you still have Benrahma.
Yeah, so at present I do. I see I might get him, I might ship him out for Gallagher. That is one train of thought that I have. But other than that, I don't see any other 6 to 7 mil midfielder who are, outscoring Benrahma at the moment.
I mean, it's an unorthodox approach, but if I was you, I would shift that money towards the second Chelsea defender. I would get James first of all, in addition to Rudiger, if I was gonna get Rudiger for sure, because that fixture list, and regardless of who Chelsea play, I think very soon people will be thinking of not just one but two Chelsea defenders,
Fair.
and you can already have them. It's easier to get someone 6 million defender who will give you more points at this point than a 6 million midfielder.
Got it. So I was anyway planning on removing Shaw for James in game week 7. I do understand the double Chelsea defense approach. But then that doesn't require me to sell a midfielder to get, say, another Chelsea defender. So I'm still thinking of, either improving my mid or my attack. I could still get DCL for Jimenez. Let's see if I want to do that by the end of the week.
I like that more. I like that.
Yeah. You gotta sell Jimenez, I feel. So Jimenez goes out, you either get DCL or Bamford, I feel, because both of them have good picks and DCL's finishing sucks at the moment.
Yeah, that's
DCL no.
And also Marsal, Jimenez's finishing sucks. And you got to get Marsal out as well, I feel, because he's going to be rotated most likely with who's that guy, Ait Nouri. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah. So instead, you could go for Semedo since you have the money.
Yeah, or I'd probably opt for Cody. Let's see. Cody is in the same price range. If he does start all games, then maybe Cody is a better shout.
Yeah, he will start. He's the captain. Like, he's not a great player, but
he can never give you
the captain.
He can never give you attacking points. I would probably be confident with Markal from what we've seen and heard in the press conference.
Yeah. And either way, even if he doesn't play, I do have a strong bench, so I wouldn't bother. So that's that. Is there
Also,
anything else that you'd like to add?
Yeah, so okay, go ahead.
Change your keeper. If you're on wildcard, why are you going with Sanchez? Well, you can easily go for someone else with easier fixtures.
Yeah, fair. Something to consider. Something to consider for sure. Okay, other than that, I think we've covered almost all points with regards to our teams. We'll make a watch list for game week 5 and record, say, in the next 2 days. So stay tuned for that, guys, and the usual like, share and subscribe, hit the bell icon. I should start saying this in the beginning. I'm going to start doing that, but don't stop liking either way. See you on the next one.